All right, so this is really crazy, super crazy. I don't know if it's ever happened or if it'll ever happen again. Usually when you get an apartment building under contract, it takes 90 days to 120 days from start to finish. By the time you get it under contract, you do all your inspections, everything, and then you close it in 120 days later, get your loan and all that stuff. Well, just last week, we closed a 60-unit apartment building, $4.5 million, right outside Atlanta. And we had 1 week to do it. This is how it happened. I was at an event, a networking event, a mastermind real estate. We had a couple of guys come up to us and say, hey, we got this project under contract and we need some help. And we looked at the numbers, sent it over to our director of acquisition. He kind of ran some numbers and he said, hey, this looks like a pretty decent deal. I said, great. Well, then we spend more time on it. That was like Thursday night. So that night we talked and then we negotiated what we were going to do, how my company was going to come in and help, what I was going to do to come in and help. And once we agreed, we shook hands and we were off to the races. So basically we had 7 days to raise $1 million to close on it the following Friday. So we're making phone calls, put together an offering memorandum, an OM. Basically, it's just it breaks down everything about the project, the units, the breakdown of the units, what's it making, what's the expenses, what's the income expenses, what it's going to make in a year, 3 years, et cetera, right? So we put a little offering memorandum together. We send it out to some of our contacts. We raised some money there at the event, and 7 days later, bam, we closed. Took 7 days to buy an apartment building. The good thing is these guys had already done some of the due diligence, and we just had to come in and tighten it up and just finish the last 7 days of it. That was crazy. It was an insane week. That same week, we also closed another apartment building in Houston. So it was totally insane. I was traveling 6 days out of those 10 days, of the last 10 days, trying to make this work, out of town, on airplanes, in hotel rooms, and we got this deal closed. Problem solved. If you can solve problems that the least amount of people out there can solve, you're going to make a lot of money. Guess what? How much money came out of my pocket for this project? $0. $4.5 million purchase. In 3 to 6 months, it'll be worth 6.2, 6.3. That is a pretty damn good deal.